fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Yo, how's it supposed to feel? Whoop that trick, come on, okay, whoop that trick. Well, guys, before we get into the news, before we get into all the cheese worth talking about, welcome back to another Flashback Friday. Thank you guys for tuning in always. Thank you guys for making it possible. We have crossed over 11,000 subscribers. You heard that right. We got to 11,000 subscribers. Tonight, we will be debuting some new emojis for those that are members. And we have already debuted a new logo, a rebranding, if you will, which I talked about it last night. And I just wanted to give you guys that are here right now and those that tune in on demand at a later time, thank you. Thank you for sticking around through the highs and lows and continuing to stick around to the channel. So now, without further ado, we do have some juicy stuff to cover, and I want to jump right into the thick of it, all right? I want to jump right into the thick of it. AEW fired CM Punk with cause. Lex, what does that mean? They had the perfect excuse to let him go. It just did not work. What might have been promising at a certain point in time ended up getting ugly real fast, and his run in AEW ended before we knew it. And as soon as it ended, what did I say on that night? I remember I was in Pittsburgh. I had just attended Payback, and I said CM Punk is going to do what CM Punk wants to do. If he wants to continue to stay active and wrestle on a big scale, it's going to have to be in WWE, whether he likes it or not. Whether you want to admit it or not, CM Punk returning to WWE means a lot more now than it might have meant, a couple years ago when he chose to go to AEW. There's a storyline that kind of writes itself. It's a battle. And CM Punk belongs in WWE, and I think he knows that now. He knows that he is that straight edge character we all knew and loved him for, but the WWE landscape fits his needs to be a professional wrestler. In my opinion, that's how I feel about the whole ordeal. So it is now being reported that the two sides are in communication, meaning WWE has been talking to CM Punk. All right? Take that with a grain of salt. It's not etched in stone. I know Survivor Series is in Chicago. I know it's coming in at a time where, look at Chase coming in out of nowhere. Mid-segment, Chase with the $10 donation. Much love, Lex. Hope your day has been good, bro. I hope your day has been good, too. And I hope you tune into the Fastlane Watch Party. We're here talking about CM Punk. CM Punk, who may ultimately return. I'm not giving you any credit. I had already read that. I just didn't think it was point. There was no point in me posting it on Discord because it's not news. We don't know whether CM Punk is in WWE or not. Ace wants to say it's a given. I disagree. I don't think it's a given until it happens. They are communicating. They are negotiating. And I think that CM Punk is going to be smarter this time around as a businessman to make it work. And I think WWE, if there's money to make, they're going to want to get this deal done. So, do I personally think CM Punk will end up in WWE? I truly believe he will end up in WWE because it's just a given that he belongs there and he's going to end up in their Hall of Fame. And we have yet another donation to put the segment on hold for just a second. Mr. Toxic Black, thank you so much. Congratulations on hitting 11K with the $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the love and support. As always, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, giving me feedback, and enjoying the show. So CM Punk, man, I truly believe he belongs. I truly believe it's going to be worth the wait. Ultimately getting him back right after losing Edge is going to be a nice replacement for the special attraction vibe. WWE was using Edge as a special act. Edge wanted to be full-time. WWE didn't feel there was a need to have him full-time. And I think CM Punk fits that mold of, a past legend who can fit right in as that special attraction, like I said. So I think having him at the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, those moments are well worth it. Finally, we get the notification on screen. Chase is walking down the ramp like the people's champ. So hit me up in the comments section. Do you guys want to see CM Punk? Oh, and we got Mr. Toxic as well, damn it. Do you want to see CM Punk return home where he made a name for himself? Do you want to see CM Punk reestablish that relationship that looked like it was never going to happen ever again? But in the wrestling business, people say never for a reason. And I think we're soon to see CM Punk back in World Wrestling Entertainment. I see you. The lights are coming on. I see you. Super cheesy Phenomenal Ace saying, I 10,000. I know what you mean. You want him back in WWE. So do I, man. So do I. Thank you, VJ. Thank you for sharing 14 months, VJ, as a member on the channel. Congrats on 11K. Let's effing go 2K soon. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into WWE 2K14 here for the next hour, enjoying that flashback. If he checks his ego at the door, then yeah, I'd like it. I think it just is what it is, right? His ego has to be checked. And I feel like this was a wake-up call what he experienced in AEW in terms of his personal experience, right? The lack of, I would say, professionalism is probably what drew him back to wanting to return to WWE at this capacity. Because let's face it, CM Punk was that guy that said he would probably never wrestle there again. But let's face it, he did come back and work for Fox Sports, I believe. And he was working for them in some capacity. Even though he was signed through Fox, he was still covering the company. So at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. And I think that if he wants that professional vibe where you're treated with a degree of, I guess, that the backstage ethics that, you know, WWE is known for. MGM says he's 50-50. Punk versus Rollins is the money feud. Here we go with the money feuds. Punk brought Rollins to the Shield. There's your long-term booking. Oh, man. I mean, there's a lot of ways they could go about this. Am I ready for SmackDown? SmackDown should be a good show, especially with Fastlane coming up. I'm going to Fastlane at my friends. You're going to see Fastlane at your friends. That's what's up. What up, Duet? How's it going? Thank you for joining us. Although I feel it will be the same story as Edge. Banger matches, no championships. I agree. It's going to be the same thing. What up, Marco Mania? Punk is just a star in general. Literally anybody is a money feud. Exactly. Duet. Let him know. But we could continue the conversation with CM Punk, but I want to get through these segments before jumping into 2K14. And in this segment right here, we're going to be focusing on Jade Cargill. It is now being reported that Jade is actually on her way to be a main star on Monday Night Raw. What have I been saying for the last several weeks? WWE brought back Nia Jax because the women's division on Monday nights needed her desperately. And they still need a little more firepower. The more the merrier, and Monday Night Raw could use a boost from Jade Cargill, especially Monday Night Raw being 3 hours long and the women's division taking a blow with injuries, Ronda Rousey leaving, and things like that. Now, do I think she's ready for the main roster? No, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. My opinion doesn't matter, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm not going to be a hypocrite, all right? I said she was kind of green in AEW. I like the way they were booking her as like the Goldberg type, where she was undefeated. She was whooping the women's division over there. And, you know, I do see her doing a lot of the same over here. They're not going to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So they're going to book her strong. I do get that. She was at the Performance Center. I'm sure she was being evaluated to see how far along she's come and if she's ready to be within the WWE system. But for me, I would have her start off in NXT. My tone hasn't changed one bit. It's not a knock on Jade. I think Jade is a superstar. I think Jade will be ready for the main stardom that comes with being on the main roster. But I would finish the year in NXT and have her kick things off at the Royal Rumble for the main roster. She doesn't have to win the Royal Rumble, but she could have a strong outing that will lead to a significant storyline. I think rushing her to the main roster and just trying to capitalize on the fact that she's a former AEW star is just not good long-term, in my opinion. Now, if she does pick up the WWE format and the WWE blueprint for matches quicker than we anticipate, which we don't know if she can, then that would be good for WWE, right? Because they could immediately get the most out of her. And I will say this, she's an athlete. She looks the part. She looks phenomenal. And WWE is all about the performance. She is very solid on the mic, and she already has this self-confidence that we all know she has. And carrying that around is well worth having as a trait, because that's something you just can't teach. That it factor we all know and love from some of our favorite superstars. It's a trait you just can't teach. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at Jade Cargill as a project in the making where there is just no need to rush her into the main scene. Now, NXT has been booming. NXT has been phenomenal lately. I do feel like this would give them an extra boost for all the work they've put in, and it'll create a lot of headlines. So let me know in the comment section I want to see what you guys have to say. Chase is saying she's already this good with only like 2 years of experience. I think that's incredible. You're totally right. You're totally right. And I know at some point we're going to get Bianca and Jade. You're right about that too, Chase. But Ace is saying she can get the Kevin Owens treatment where 4 months in NXT, he went to the main roster and beat Cena as NXT champion. Yeah, we could see something like that for sure. So, Jade Cargill, where would you book her? For me, it's NXT, then Royal Rumble. Nothing other than that. All right, let's see. What do you guys got? Wait, huh? Does WWE actually believe their own bullshit? They're still sending out Natty instead of any other new face. Triple H signed like Tegan Knox. It's their own fault. There's no female stars. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. The only thing was that she never had a match longer than 5 minutes. We never got to see her match in it. Yep. No, you're totally right. I think she will go to NXT. Bobby Lashley says he wants her in her group. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Imagine having her there. So, you guys continue the CM Punk talk. Continue the Jade Cargill talk. I'm all ears, but let's jump into the next segment before we lose a beat here. We got to get to WWE 2K14 before the hour. What up, John? What's going on? What's going on? So, another exciting bit of information here. Dragon Lee. He is a phenomenal Mexican superstar who has the it factor, if you will. We were just talking about the it factor that Jade carries on her back like it's nothing. Dragon Lee is one of those guys that is indeed ready for the main event. Now, I'm not talking about main event versus Roman Reigns. I'm talking about the main roster. He joined NXT. He's put on several great matches, including Dominic on Monday Night Raw. Now, Dragon Lee is one of those guys where I wanted to see if he was just more than a Rey Mysterio lookalike, because let's face it, everyone with a mask gets mistaken for Rey Mysterio. And you guys could be like, oh, that's ignorant, whatever. You know, look at Ace immediately saying he'll be a successor to Rey Mysterio. I just wanted to see a little more of him to try to, get a better grasp of what he's about. I know he was wrestling all over Mexico, and over there he was a big stud. AEW wanted to sign him, as well as many other companies, and WWE ended up getting him. He ended up debuting in NXT, and I would say that he's had a pretty successful run since joining World Wrestling Entertainment. But, outside of showing up and showing out against Dominic Mysterio, I just don't know where he would fit in the roster right now. I feel like he would kind of get lost in the shuffle. Duet says, main event when Roman is on vacation still counts. You're right. I just don't see him main eventing even with Roman on vacation. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good problem to have. When your roster is as stacked as SmackDown and Raw is, having Dragon Lee to start off the show or in between is a good problem to have. But he was supposed to be in NXT for the next several months, but reports are saying because he impressed so many on the main roster with Dominic Mysterio, he may get called up a lot sooner. I'm still on the fence. That's why you see me kind of going back and forth, backpedaling here, pausing what I'm saying, because I don't want to just say a bunch of nonsense off of hype. I think he's an exceptional star, but building him up in NXT and utilizing NXT to his favor, going up against Ilja Dragunov in a deeper story, or more matches in NXT in general with guys like Carmelo Hayes or Trick Williams. I don't know. I just feel like ultimately having him down there where he could feel like a big superstar would be what's best for business. All right, NXT has been cooking. A lot of people have turned their attention back to the black and gold brand, including myself. So I just feel like, what better way to showcase a guy like Dragon Lee, who is known to be a stud already in a roster full of up-and-coming talent. Having him, get lost with Grayson Waller and those guys just doesn't really seem like a good fit just yet. Brian Pillman Jr. is a superstar we are going to be talking about in our next segment, which I'm excited for. So, Dragon Lee, where would you have him? On Raw or SmackDown? If you were to call him up right here, right now, where would he go in your opinion? Don't talk about rumors. We're talking about strictly calling him up based on what you see on the show. Let me see what the chat says. You would have Dragon Lee on SmackDown. Raw, they need him. Can anybody attest to his mic skills? For all we know, he could be our next Del Rio instead of our Ray. True. I like that point that you put out there, Duet. 2 steps ahead of the game there. Look at Dom Man already making a difference to NXT talent. Yeah, bro, for sure. For sure. For sure. So, let me pull this one up. In our next segment, this is an interesting one, guys. This is an interesting one. We're going to keep talking about NXT here. I'm going to piggyback off of what John said. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Pillman was a former tag team wrestler, a former wrestler in general, all over the world, WCW, WWF, you name it. He is well known. It's well documented. He has a son, Brian Pillman Jr., who was in AEW, and AEW did utilize him in, I would say, the legacy way, right? The Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase Jr. way. What I mean by that is that they were just using him for his name, for some kind of recognition. Well, things didn't really work out between AEW and Brian Pillman Jr., which came as a surprise to me because AEW tends to utilize these characters better than most in the business. And that says a lot for a company that ultimately has only been around for 4 years. All right, so Brian Pillman Jr. is pretty decent. He has been wrestling around town. He's not a rookie per se, but he is going to be debuting in NXT next week. And his promos leading into that debut have been pretty darn good. They showed footage of his dad playing for the Bengals. They teased him watching some old school WCW footage. And it was just exciting to see that level of effort for an NXT star making his debut. So considering how solid Brian Pillman Jr. is in the ring, this is an exciting signing. I really like when WWE plays into these kind of characters, just like I was enjoying some of his work in AEW. Not all of his work, but some of his work. Ace mentioned the feud with MJF. It was pretty good, mainly because of MJF. MGM is saying that he's pretty solid, has good charisma. And I think NXT is the perfect place to put the character together to kind of hone in on his skills, and we'll see how far he goes. I think sky's the limit for Brian Pillman Jr. He definitely has the pedigree. He has the name to show for it as well, and he has a pretty solid look. He does carry himself like a superstar of the old age, right? The old wrestling era, but I like that. That's why I like Braun Breaker. There's not that many superstars that carry that old style. You know, I know LA Knight is one that's going to be recognized as, you know, kind of like The Rock, kind of like Stone Cold, but that's exactly what I mean. There's very few superstars in WWE. Around the world, I'm sure there's many, because everyone likes to replicate these other legends and people that just came before them. But ultimately, in WWE, how many superstars can you sit and say that they remind you of someone intentionally, right? So Brian Pillman Jr. coming in and immediately having that impact, if you will, in NXT will be interesting to see for me, because let's face it, his dad was a pretty good star and he fizzled out right? And I know he passed away, and rest in peace. Let's respect that. But I think Brian Pillman Jr. can be better. He has a lot going for him in terms of name recognition and being around the business. Yep. We should watch some Brian Pillman footage together to get ready for Junior. That would be a good idea to do on Kick and promote that as well. Well, hopefully he'll learn from Ted DiBiase Jr. Taking your dad's gimmick doesn't work, but remixing it like Cody did definitely will. Or even Braun Breaker. Exactly, Duet. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yes. Brian Pillman Jr. can have a loose cannon element, but if he tries to copy it exactly, he'll end up like Curtis Axel, who was super talented in the ring. I agree 100%. That's why I'm thrilled to have him in WWE. I'm thrilled to have him in NXT, and I'm glad that NXT will be, helping him further grow his career. So hit me up in the comment section. Do you even care about Brian Pillman Jr.? Are you excited to see what he has to offer? Let me know down below. So I'm going to give you guys some time to rally together, answer. What up, Straight Edge? Answer the questions. CM Punk, Jade Cargill, Dragon Lee, Brian Pillman Jr. What do you guys got for me? If booked right, Brian Pillman Jr. can be a major star. A lot of these wrestlers got the same gimmicks. You're right. A lot of them do have the same gimmick for the most part. I agree. But look, for a guy like Brian Pillman, I'll piggyback again on what Duet said. Duet made it very clear. When you copy what your dad or any other legend did before you, and it's the same carbon copy, you kind of die off a lot sooner than you should. So I think that he shouldn't replicate his father to the T. I think he should take the good of what his father provided in wrestling and kind of add to it. All right, adding to it is a much bigger deal in today's era. Look at guys like Cody Rhodes, how they made it work. I forgot one more breaking news. I didn't forget. That's all I was going to cover. But if you have anything else you want to add, go for it. Drake's new album. Yeah, we'll talk about that on the other channel. Just playing. It's sad we didn't get to see how big Brian Pillman could have been. He passed away in the middle of his career. Yeah, it definitely is sad. What up, Stavros? It is sad. You're totally right. It is sad. Thousands of the man. Just good to see a company that actually gives him time to shine. I mean, AEW did give him time. AEW did give him time. But let's face it, they really only used him for his name for the most part. That's really what it was. They used him for his name, and that's about it. That's just a reality of it. All right, so I'm really happy with all the news we covered, guys. We're going to finally get into some WWE 2K14. All right, we already have it pulled up here on screen. These are all the things I've unlocked so far. I've been having a blast doing these Flashback Friday streams. We actually did it just on time. We're at the 30-minute marker. We killed it. But just remember, guys, we are doing a Fastlane watch party tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in and come hang out with us. We will be live during Fastlane. I hope you guys tune in to have some fun and watch the show together, kick back, relax, talk some crap, and see what the hell ends up happening with all the exciting matchups they got. I know Fastlane is the B-level pay-per-views that we all talk about, but you got to have a few B-level pay-per-views every year. Not every show has to be WrestleMania. Houses, bells, the veil. One thing I do want to talk about. Actually, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about. Now that I think about it, let me finish adding this information to the video. But there is one more thing I do want to talk about before we move into the gameplay. And I know I was trying to rush into the game already and get into that segment of the stream, but let's just focus on this conversation before it ends up happening, and then you guys are like, oh, we never talked about it. Because I did stream last night, but it wasn't really the main theme, because you know how the wrestling business is. Every day there's breaking news and things to talk about, and you kind of forget about yesterday's news. So that's really what happened. Just here uploading some videos. All right, so let's go back to just chatting. All right, here we go, guys. You unlock everything, I know? Yeah, well, I'm still unlocking stuff, yeah. Thank you, Jason, I appreciate it. Like, remember the in-the-house pay-per-views? Those were B-level and the B-level shows? Yes, they gave us the first Hell in a Cell and a lot of good moments. You went to NXT Orlando? Nice. Edge better not wrestle Okada. That's asking for injury. He might end up doing it. He might end up doing it. All right, so here we go, guys. Are you ready? This may surprise you. No pictures. No, none of that cheese. We're gonna go straight for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this upcoming Tuesday, October the 10th, 2023. We're getting yet again another AEW versus WWE NXT battle. Now, before you get all in your feelings, let me put this out there. Take my opinion with a grain of salt. Always do. Not just mine, actually. Take everyone's opinion with a grain of salt. Don't let it, stress you out. We don't have to agree. Now, what I'm going to say is not really a hot take, but it's kind of leveling the playing field, if you will, and speaking the truth from my point of view, my truth. A lot of people are like, WWE doesn't see AEW as competition, but if they don't see AEW as competition, then why is NXT, bolstering their Tuesday show? Why are they trying to fix up their lineup? Because at the end of the day, they're not competition, right? They're not trying to compete against AEW, so why would NXT switch up the show just to compete, huh? Or the other fans, the WWE is scared. That's why they're adding John Cena and Cody Rhodes to NXT. And then the other guys, NXT is way better than AEW. AEW is garbage. Look, guys. AEW is moving to Tuesday for this week as a special change, because I'm sure TBS and TNT is going to have another program in their time slot on Wednesday. So TNT/TBS is prioritizing another show over AEW Dynamite, and they're moving Dynamite to the same time slot. All right, it's gonna happen because TNT covers other sports as well. Okay, NHL season is coming back. MLB playoffs are ongoing. We have NBA season coming back. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not that AEW is moving to Tuesday to bury NXT. It's not that NXT is bolstering their lineup because they are scared of AEW. Guys, NXT is adding John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Asuka, and Paul Heyman to NXT, obviously to put on a good show and to hype up the fans, to draw ratings, to make sure that they don't go under. They're trying to compete against Dynamite that shifted to another time slot because Dynamite is trying to, please their network by being flexible and willing to provide programming on a different day. And NXT is trying to stay afloat because Dynamite is loaded with main event level stars. They are trying to clearly stay on par because Edge just went to AEW and everyone wants to see what Edge has to say live. So obviously NXT, which is considered the developmental league for WWE, if you will, they need to bolster their freaking lineup to make sure that people still tune in and to make sure that people still talk about it on social media. They are trying to stay relevant, and at the same time, between all of this crazy madness going on, not the nonsense in the wrestling community online, but the real deal here is that WWE is actually shopping NXT and Monday Night Raw. Not necessarily together, but they're trying to shop for wrestling deals on different networks. USA is trying to bid, okay? Amazon, ESPN, ABC, NBC, like all these different networks under the same umbrella, if you will. They are trying to, basically bolster their show so they get a better TV deal to kind of make it seem like anything can happen on Tuesday nights. So it's not just the simple-minded argument. Oh, it's NXT versus AEW. WWE sees NXT as a show that can beat AEW. AEW is scared. WWE is scared. Like these tribal fans on each side of the fence are just buying into this like stupid idea that it just doesn't make any sense. To me, it's like just common sense, pure logic, and everyone is just on this other narrative. And I'm like, guys, just Google so you see what the hell is going on. AEW Dynamite is not trying to bury WWE, and WWE is honestly not trying to bury AEW. They are trying to just survive and stay relevant on a week where other sports are taking action and are probably going to be talked about more amongst the sports fans. As for wrestling fans, they just want to stay in the mix. And it's competitive. Yes, they are aware of each other. They are aware that they're going up against each other at the same time on the same day. Everyone is acting like this is supposed to be like the Avengers versus the DC Justice League, and it just, to me, it's just like, who is out there creating this false narrative? It just, Why do you have to bury either brand to put yourself over? Just like I don't get how people are trying to put AEW over for signing Edge, giving him the spotlight, giving him a chance, as if Edge was doing garbage and bad in WWE. Like if Edge wasn't putting on great performances and promos in WWE. Like if WWE didn't care about Edge. WWE just didn't care to have Edge on a prominent role chasing, the main event scene for the main title. But he did main event shows on SmackDown, on Raw. He was part of major storylines with Judgment Day. Judgment Day was created thanks to Edge. Edge was part of the creative process for his character, and it wasn't all perfect. But calling Edge a traitor because he wants to work with his best friend, because he wants to work a full-time schedule, Edge is all of a sudden an asshole. WWE is all of a sudden smoking because they don't know how to utilize Edge. They don't appreciate Edge. Bro, stop. Stop. That's all fake. That's all fake news. Get a grip. NXT is doing great. Dynamite is doing great in their respective worlds. Comparing, like I saw a tweet, and I'm not even kidding, guys. This is ridiculous. I saw a tweet breaking down the spear that Adam Copeland gave in AEW versus the spear that Edge gave in WWE in his final run. And people were actually saying that Edge's spear in AEW was far better, and that he's finally not lazy, and that he's finally doing more with the spear in AEW. And everybody wants to point the finger at Vince McMahon as him being the bad guy, the villain, the one that messed it all up for everybody. And I'm just like, I'm reading this and I'm just like, where is this coming from? Who's putting this out there? Who's in charge of this nonsense? Like, seriously, get a grip. Get a grip. How are we in 2023 and people so delusional? NXT is great for what NXT is trying to be and what they want it to be. Sue me. Having John Cena and Cody, Asuka, Paul Heyman on the same week as AEW Dynamite is not going to end AEW's, career or franchise, or, they're not going to go under, okay? It's about staying on par and afloat and relevant. As for AEW Dynamite, it's all about pleasing the network. It's all about being able to, create programming on a weekly basis, not only satisfying the fans, but satisfying the upper management to continue doing great business together, which is why they are going to end up on HBO Max, the app now called Max. They're going to end up putting, pay-per-views next year from what I'm reading. So this is all to please their own, not just their own fan base, but their own bosses, the TV deals, the rights, and all that bullshit. It's far beyond just AEW versus WWE. I love the conversation. I love making these kinds of videos where we get to address the dumb comments, where we get to, kind of express ourselves passionately. I love the competitive spirit between WWE and NXT, but why does one have to bury the other? Why does NXT have to be bad for AEW to be good, vice versa? Why is WWE signing a former AEW superstar all of a sudden means that superstar is supposed to be viewed as a different, character or a different person? Why is someone signing with AEW all of a sudden so much better? God, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. You know what? Sue me. I want to see CM Punk in WWE. How about that? Thousands buzz the veils, veil. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I saw you guys wish me congratulations. I saw Christopher coming in here wishing me congratulations. I appreciate you guys so much. I am reading the comments. I was just in the middle of the segment. I was trying to get my point across, trying to record the clip to upload it on the channel. But, you know, it just is what it is. This podcaster war is ridiculous. Podcasters contribute to the war as well, to be honest. I like Cornette and I love Wrestling Soup, but their abject hatred of AEW alongside JD's unreasonable hatred of WWE are lead contributors. You're right. You're right. Look, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. Look, I'm gonna be 100% frank. We have 24 people in here. We've been streaming a little longer than I thought, talking about these segments versus playing, Flashback Friday. I do owe you guys some more WWE 2K14 content, so we'll probably run it back tonight for Flashback Friday. Okay, but we got some good conversations going. What up, Will? Look, I'm probably not going to get to 1 million subscribers because my hot takes are usually countering this idiotic logic that we read around town. All right? It's not really a hot take. It's not really I'm not really setting the wrestling world on fire by the shit that I'm saying. In my personal, most humble opinion, I think that I'm just speaking from a place of logic. A logic that I feel should be common sense. And even if we don't agree on every single beat or point that I make, I just feel that overall, I feel like it's just pure logic for the most part. I sprinkle in my opinion here and there, right? I do sprinkle in my opinion. Everything that I say on here is not pure factual. But I Google, I read articles, I read tweets, I read comments. And it's like, just because you read one comment doesn't really mean the whole community feels that way. And it works both ways. I just, I can't sit here with a straight face and say that I hate AEW and say that AEW is trash. Or sit here with a straight face and say that I hate Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is trash. It wouldn't be true. I could put on an act and try my best and act like I'm mad at the world, right? But to be honest, I'd rather be me than lose myself in this false narrative and, the clickbait bullshit that people love to put out. That's what made them who they are. That's what got them to the 500,000 or 1 million subscriber count. I don't know. That's what gives them the views. I get it. People love to quote them. People love to talk about them. And, AEW is ultimately, good as an alternative. And I feel okay with saying that. And I feel okay also understanding that I like WWE. But it doesn't mean I'm a mark and I'm going to, say this, that, or the other. I know what I like, bro. And at the end of the day, I just enjoy a specific level of entertainment from the wrestling world. And if I'm not being entertained or I don't enjoy what I'm watching, I'm okay with not tuning in. I'm okay with talking about what I do like. I don't need to sit here and bash either company for what they're doing wrong, because no one is perfect. Not everything they do is perfect. Not everything they do is right. I try to just focus on what I enjoy, because that's what I spend my time enjoying. I don't care to sit here and just badmouth one or the other for doing something that didn't live up to my expectations. That's like going to every single restaurant and feeling the need to review every bad plate of food you've ever had. I just don't do that. I'd rather say something nice or not say it at all. And sometimes I may say something that's not so nice. Sometimes I may share my opinion in a constructive criticism format. But to sit here and build my brand, if you will, build my LexxExpress channel off of that, I think is just awful. Well, Lex, on YouTube and Twitter, these algorithms are tailored to the content you engage with most. So tribalistic people only ever get exposed to awful tribalistic takes. You're right. You're totally right. That is true. I was in JD's stream last year when he got all happy and hard when Vince left for the first time. It was hilarious. Dude celebrated like it was the end of an apocalypse. Don't forget about the Smart Busters. Remember Willpower? Who's that? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, is that like a YouTuber or something? I like how AEW uses their legends. Me too. And that's something that I applaud them for. You're one of the few people who keeps it real and isn't an ass about it. I try not to be an ass ace even if we don't agree. That's one thing that I could understand. We all may not always agree, and we could agree to disagree, and it's okay. We could walk away knowing that we had a good conversation and moved on. I don't have to sit here and be mad and try to force my opinion on you. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to knock on your door and sell you on my take. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to just put my mind and put my thoughts out there overall. Lex, Steve, and Larson and Solo Monster have been the most fair in both directions. Solo Monster is a little biased though. A says, "Want to be ECW doesn't do it for me." Straight Edge, we had this conversation off stream, off YouTube, and I stand by what I said. AEW is not trying to be ECW. AEW is focused on being a little bit of everything and a whole lot of nothing. They're focused on trying to be like ECW. They're focused on trying to be like New Japan. They're focused on trying to be like WWE. They're focused on trying to do what Impact has done. They're trying to do a whole lot of nothing. And as long as they continue that route and they don't try to be unique and they don't try to be themselves, which I know they claim to be, they claim to want to do themselves justice, and they do a good job for the most part with what they're trying to go for. But you know, they do take a lot of notes from other companies, whether they like to admit it or not. They are inspired by other companies, and it's okay to be inspired, but it becomes a problem when you don't try to create yourself as an original show, and it just looks like you're copying and pasting a format that honestly is only going to get you so far. He used to, but his recent stuff is less biased. He ranks on AEW a good amount. I feel like I rank on WWE when I need to rank on WWE, and I may be a little more critical about AEW because I want to love AEW. I want to feel the way I feel about WWE about AEW. So maybe you guys may come in here and catch me off beat sometimes, but ultimately there's just no ill will towards it. And I try clarifying that. Hold on, let me see something because Erica just texted me. Lex, I'll bash both companies when I need to. Of course. Lex, I gotta head to work. All right, John, I'll see you on the next one, man. Look, guys, at the end of the day, it just is what it is, man. I think, and let me just lay out this foundation, and I've said this so many times. My issue with AEW for me and what I like as a fan of wrestling is that they kind of expect you to be aware about what's going on in other promotions. They try to use this long-term booking format just to like do a story with very light build-up, and their promos have gotten better. I like some of their video packages. I do like some of the stories that they've offered, like with Adam Cole and MJF being one of them. But needless to say, their focus is trying to give you that 5-star matchup feel every single night. It's like any given Sunday, right? Anyone could win or whatever. That's kind of the vibe that AEW goes for. They strive to give you those 5-star performances, and I like to mix it up. I like wrestling to be a variety of things. I don't like for it to be all about, you know, Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him, versus that guy Junior, Sable Junior, what is it, CSG or whatever you guys want to call him from wherever the hell. You know, like, I wasn't excited for that match. That's not a dream matchup for me. I do know people are excited for that, but you know, that's a dream match. That's a match that we've all wanted to see. You know, that speak for yourself and for the few that know who he is, but you can't expect for that to go hard or to be something bigger than what it is. And ultimately, that just doesn't excite me. It doesn't thrill me. I want to see video packages. Oh, but there's copyrights and things like that. Okay, so guys, my phone records in 4K. You don't need a high budget camera to edit a good video and turn it into a good package. They have tons and tons of editors. They have tons of wrestlers that do YouTube vlogs on their own channels on their own time. They have people around that can put together a little story with, a little suggestion, a little friendly suggestion. Now, they've done it. I'm not saying that they've never done it. Adam Cole, who's injured right now, has actually recorded footage with his broken leg, right? Away from the company. There's been Will Ospreay has sent messages in. Jay White has sent messages in. So they've done it. I just hate when they don't, stay on track and do it with more people over and over and over. There is no copyright issue. Tony has direct line with President. You see what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. I agree. I've always liked the story-focused WWE approach. But just like with the White Rabbit stuff, there are tons of fans who are actually following wrestling outside of AEW. You're right, Duet. You're right. And that's why I don't want to sit here and just give them bad rep for that on a constant basis. I'll go off maybe one or two streams or maybe in a video, in a segment or what have you. But I'm not going to sit here every day and say AEW with the same old thing. AEW is trash. Because at the end of the day, WWE does a lot of story, a lot of entertainment, and I don't always agree with their creative decisions. It's like pick your poison. So I'm old enough and I've watched enough wrestling to understand and know that I'm just not going to like every single element of the show. And watching every single minute, every single second of the show is not a requirement to enjoy wrestling. I get to enjoy wrestling however I want in 2023 because there's so many different ways to consume wrestling in this day and age. I could watch it through Twitter, through YouTube, through Discord even. Even on Twitch. I could watch it on live TV. I could DVR it. I could watch it on Hulu. I could watch it anywhere and everywhere. I could stay in tune with stories without having to invest endless hours of ads on a weekly basis. So that's my approach to consuming the content. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm looking for a very tailored experience, and I try to kind of create that for myself. I'm not going to try to blame the company for every little thing that didn't live up to my expectation, because it's not fair. It's not fair. Just because it's not my acquired taste, it's not part of my palate, it doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's horrible. It doesn't mean it's complete garbage. People definitively call something garbage and definitively like to bash something like if it's like, the end of the world, like it's the only way or it's only their way or the highway. That's not true. That couldn't be further from the truth. That's just not a realistic way to approach the business. All right? That's just not realistic. It's bullshit. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do a little WWE 2K14 right here, right now. I know we talked a whole lot. We didn't get a lot of footage. So return tonight. All right? Tonight we will go live again. And I will be returning to playing WWE 2K14 live on stream. All right, we'll turn this stream into wrestling hour, if you will. All right, this will be considered the wrestling hour versus a full-blown flashback Friday. All right, that's what we'll do. We're going to continue celebrating 11K subscribers. We're going to continue talking about wrestling and Fastlane being tomorrow as well. So we're excited about all these things, okay? So let me check on the chicken that I have cooking up right now. Make sure I don't burn my house down. And we're going to open up the next segment with some 2K14 to round off the stream and get into all that. But stick around because we do have at least one or two matches that I'm going to put together here on 2K14, 30 years of WrestleMania.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't
Alright.
gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till it hits.
So like I said, guys, we're going to be enjoying some more Flashback Friday tonight. We're going to do part 2 tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for celebrating with me tonight. We will be back playing some WWE 2K14, which I absolutely love this game. And some more breaking news as far as content on the channel. I went back to Universe last night, and I'm going to dedicate Fridays and the day before Friday to do my Universe on the respective days. So for Monday Night Raw, for Mondays we're going to be doing Monday Night Raw, our own version of Monday Night Raw. We're going to be doing on Fridays our own version of SmackDown. We're going to be doing our own version of AEW on Wednesdays, and we're going to do our own version of NXT on Tuesdays. We're also going to continue to do the watch parties from time to time. We're also going to do post shows, reviews, and segments talking about the nature of what's going on in the wrestling business. And we're also going to be doing the pay-per-view watch parties. We got lots of wrestling on the channel. I want you guys to continue to support the channel, to continue to tune into the videos and streams. Drop the like and stay engaged, because we ain't going nowhere. I know sometimes you guys see that I miss a couple streams, or if you see that I'm kind of holding off on uploading a video, it's strictly a creative decision, or ultimately a decision that is wiring down to whatever's going on in real life outside of YouTube. All right, so just wanted to clarify that, because I want you guys to know that I'm fully committed to this channel, to this community, and to this opportunity that we have here. We're at 11,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100,000, get the plaque. Obviously, that's my goal. That's my dream. That's what I've been working so many years for. And we're one step closer to 15K and 20K and beyond. So, Ruthless Aggression is where we left off. We're in, what match is this? Let's see what match. So we're at this Ruthless Aggression match with John Cena and Shawn Michaels. And another little disclaimer, guys. We are going to be cutting away from the promo. I can't show you guys the promo because I'll get in trouble. All right? I can't show the promo. So let me go over here. So I'm going to put the game sound on. If you guys want me to put the game sound up, you just let me know on how you like the sound or whatever. All right, let's see what we get. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, April 1st, 2007 in Detroit, where Straight Edge is from. Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton and Edge in a match to earn a title shot against the WWE Champion John Cena at WrestleMania 23. During a scheduled tag team match between Rated RKO and Cena and Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid nearly delivered a sweet chin music to Cena after Orton moved out of the way. Edge later abandoned Orton in the ring, which allowed Cena and Michaels to win the match. On the final Raw before WrestleMania 23, Cena and Michaels would team up to face Batista and Undertaker. Cena and Michaels looked to have secured victory, but Michaels nailed Cena with a sweet chin music, allowing Batista and Undertaker to win the match. Classic WWE. WrestleMania. The showstopper, HBK, John Cena, Mr. Thugonomics, WrestleMania. What can go wrong? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, is back. Let's go. This is when Shawn Michaels was trying to get back on top. My name is John Cena. Okay. The champ is here! Trying to super kick him. Wow. Damn, Triple H getting super kicked by HBK. Everyone getting the Heartbreak Kid. He says he's going to do it when he wants. Oh! Oh, super kick! Shawn Michaels! The man, the champ is here. This feud is pretty good if you ask me. Cena, Shawn Michaels, what can go wrong? Let's do it. Irish Whip HBK Light into the announce table. Complete the WrestleMania moment. Win with an STF. We're ready. Oh, he's coming out with the DX. Break it down. You mean two-time North American champion ex-Condom? Ex-Condom. This WrestleMania match probably would have been Cena versus HH2 if Triple H didn't tear his quad. HBK is ready. HBK, HBK, HBK. You can't see me. Is 2K23 that bad? It's a special stream acknowledging a special game. What do you mean 2K23 is that bad? You really gonna come in here with that bad take? You must be bored, huh? Yo, chat. Reply to this man, please.
I wanna be the best in the game. Invest in my name. Check no restraints. I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain. Do you remember the hour match HBK and Cena had on Raw after this match? Oh, damn, I didn't. What up, Lawrence? I'm asking. I haven't played 23 yet. I don't know, man. It didn't seem like you were asking. It seemed like you were being a little sarcastic and trying to act like a jobber. You came off as a prick, honestly. But if you were genuinely asking me, no, 23 is not that bad. 14 is just a classic. I absolutely love it. I bought it about a year and change ago, so maybe 2 years ago, and I've streamed it occasionally from time to time. And I told everyone that as a bonus content, I would be doing Flashback Fridays and Throwback Thursdays, but I've been sticking to Flashback Fridays instead. And we've been completing 30 years of WrestleMania to unlock everybody. So no, it's not about 23 being bad. It's more about me wanting to enjoy this nostalgic experience and share it on the channel, since I didn't do YouTube live streams at that time. John Cena showing up in the Mustang, baby. And I was streaming WWE 2K23 yesterday and this past week and the week before. I still play 23 religiously. John Cena! Your time is up. So keep in mind, folks, we are doing this match and one more. Then we'll be back tonight. Love that 23 entrance to this day. Champion and World Tag Champion, John Cena. Now he can make an entrance in a Mustang SUV. Oh yeah, the electric one. But he ain't gonna do that with the electric one. You can't rev it up. Can't be dramatic with the entrance. Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. Cena is a car guy. And he has a good taste in cars because I love me that Mustang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're tuning into the game sound.
It's going to be John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. And I never thought
Irish
that I would
Whip
see
HBK.
these two superstars face off at a WrestleMania.
HBK won a triple threat match against Randy Orton and Edge on Monday Night Raw to become the
Hell yeah, that would be so dope, MGM. Imagine if he did that like
to help John Cena
at a pay-per-view.
with RKO, we're just about to beat
You're
him
making an
down.
old joke.
Then Orton Orton played that video showing how Cena can't trust Shawn Michaels. That HBK
Oh, wow.
has
I didn't
betrayed
know.
every partner he has ever had.
Exactly. But HBK said, and I quote, "I'll have your back until WrestleMania. I've turned against all my partners, and more importantly, I've stabbed all my friends in the back. But with you, John, it's different."
John Cena finding his mark on HBK. Cena using his
Let's go,
tremendous strength
Cena.
advantage
Cena
to make up
sucks.
for his
Let's go,
comparative lack of
Cena.
experience
Cena
against
sucks.
Shawn Michaels.
Well, that's something that HBK can't compete with Cena. Pure strength. I mean, Cena AA'd the Big Show at WrestleMania 20.
Matches are not determined by strength alone, King. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena is in for the fight of his life tonight against Mr. WrestleMania, HBK.
Come on, HBK. We need to throw you against the table.
And there's the toss.
I want this kind of showcase as well. Oh! Enziguri.
Champion. John Cena looks to be out on his feet.
Enziguri.
Oh,
What is HBK
doesn't
doing?
look good, JR.
Good God almighty. Michaels with that springboard moonsault catching Cena on our announce table.
HBK will do whatever it takes to be the WWE champion. I mean, they don't call him Mr. WrestleMania for nothing.
Complete the WrestleMania moment.
Boy, he just got laid out.
That was the WrestleMania moment.
Takes it to the midsection. Nice work.
Talk about a car crash.
Shawn Michaels is a master at playing the game. Just when you think you have HBK
Get
on
out of the way,
ropes,
ref.
he always finds a way to come back.
Oh, you can't let up when you're facing HBK.
Looks brutal.
If you get him down, stay
HBK
on him.
is crazy
No
for
doubt
that,
Shawn
bro.
Michaels hoping to rattle Cena's cage here in the early going. Based on experience
Oh,
alone,
uh-oh,
Shawn
uh-oh.
Michaels has a tremendous advantage.
Well, JR, when you're competing in the main event at WrestleMania, you got to prepare for this match. You got to think this match out in your head.
Oh, my
100,
God.
Maybe even 1,000 times. And I can assure you that this is not what Cena thought would be happening at this point in the match.
See if we can get our signature, huh? HBK taking that beating from
He missed.
Mr. Thugonomics.
That'll give you a big old goose egg. And a veteran-like reversal by Shawn Michaels. He's going for the 3 count.
We ain't going for no 3 count. We know we can't beat him.
Using the time-tested atomic drop effectively here.
What is going on?
Cena starting to slow down here.
Oh, man.
Driver from HBK.
The showstopper. Shawn
No,
Michaels.
no.
Watch out.
Oh! Oh, look at that. Woo! That was awesome.
If you can't hear Cena himself say it,
That was a great reversal, and I got an achievement for it that I never had.
Michaels, see, I promise you, he's going to feel that one in the morning.
Oh, no. I lost this. I lost.
Michaels going for a...
Oh, no, I didn't. John Cena's a beast. I forgot.
Nice catch.
It's in these moments where you see the difference in experience. There is no substitute for experience. And in this match, HBK clearly has Cena's number.
It has to be weighing on John Cena's mind. He's in the ring with Mr. WrestleMania, HBK. I mean, that has to be affecting John Cena's confidence.
One thing you can count on is that regardless
Uh-oh, we're doing the comeback
of whether
right
you
now.
win or lose, sink or swim, HBK will push you to your absolute limits.
Quick, somebody throw Cena a life preserver.
He's showing signs of life. This John Cena has stepped into the ring at WrestleMania
5 moves of
23
doom.
and has taken the Heartbreak Kid to the limit.
The current WWE champion has stepped up to the first.
Their champ is
and has
here.
deserves to wear the WWE Championship gold. A Cena hits the five-knuckle shuffle.
And Cena wrenches with, he's got to be in pure agony.
Really going to work here, just wrenching that thing.
Damn.
You hear how his leg connected?
Look at the intensity as they lock up.
Is this on Hard or Legend? I don't know what it's on, honestly. I'm just trying to enjoy the story, so I probably didn't even...
What impact?
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's on... Probably have it on regular, normal.
From that suplex.
You want Ruthless Aggression Era Showcase? Cena does have that bald spot now. You're right about that, Straight Edge.
Cena's got him.
Big suplex arching the back.
Heads up. I don't know. Oh, whoa.
On the verge of victory. A hard right hand. The patented right hand of Cena. Counter by... Here's the cover. Cena, just one heartbeat quicker.
Come on, baby.
Exchange. Rinse and repeat. There it is again.
You can't see me.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to. Cena hits the five-knuckle shuffle. Not this. Oh, submission. The hold's locked in. Oh, the longer he stays.
Damn, I gotta do it again.
The match.
And that punch lands hard.
C-Nation had to like that one.
I would like 40 Years of Mania if they managed to get different matches in it, you know?
Feeling it out.
Like alternate matches versus doing the same ones from this game.
Oh, nice counter.
Like call it 40 Years of WrestleMania
Cena looking for something big.
Part 2 or something. I
Suplex
don't
like
know.
that takes a lot of power and delivers a lot of impact.
They could add DLC with it too.
Keep your eye on Cena.
Oh, man. What a phenomenal hip toss.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go.
Watch out. The champ is here.
Here we go.
Submission holds locked in, and he's in big trouble. Look at him.
Got him.
Strength and power he can muster to escape this.
The champ is here. Your time is up. My time is now. They could do what if matches. They could do what if matches for some of them, I would say. As bonus matches, that would be cool. Amazing. Oh no, did Shawn Michaels lose at Mania again? All right, next matchup. What do we got? Oh, HBK again. Ric Flair. Oh, this is the Ric Flair match. Ric Flair Nature Boy retirement match, the original retirement match. Your career is over. That is crazy, man. We're reliving it again, guys. We're reliving it again. The Nature Boy. The best. They did Ruthless Aggression Era Showcase. I would love Triple H versus Goldberg. Uh-oh. HBK's thinking about it. He's going to put Rick out of his misery. Oh, man. A showdown for the ages here for real. There it is. Ricky Rick. We got some hidden objectives. Lean flare, light against the table. Career-threatening match. What up, Gon? They got the looks. They're really moving. Just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy, toy. Boy, toy. Just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I think the Edge situation is different from Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake doesn't really get used, and he's just a manager for like background noise. Edge is going to be a prominent figure in AEW, and I don't even think AEW... I mean, like, AEW probably has exclusive rights to Adam Copeland. So who knows? Who knows? It really depends. I highly doubt that WWE is going to want to promote Edge while being a featured star. You get me? Jake is not a featured star. When I mean feature, I mean like top build. Yeah, Edge is most certainly coming back at some point. The Nature Boy. Dun, dun, dun. Woo. The Nature Boy, bro. Inspired so many superstars. It's funny because they got Ric Flair's bald spot on the back. But what I'd like to see in 2K24, like someone that's not in the game. I don't know. I feel like everybody that I want is in the game, you know? I just want my favorites to be back in the game. Like Kurt Angle, Batista, those guys, I want them to stay in the game. All right, Irish whip while standing in front or behind the opponent and drag them. I'm just a sexy boy. All right, so we got it.
Not express what a tremendous honor it is to call this match. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, with Ric Flair's career on the line. If Ric Flair loses here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Nate must retire.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the showstopper, Shawn Michaels.
Would be his last.
And let's not forget, it was Flair
Come on, Rick.
who challenged HBK.
Carlito. Remember when everybody thought Carlito was going to be in 23?
To be retired by Shawn Michaels.
What an emotional moment for both these men. Ric Flair, a 16-time world champion, putting his career.
You really want Carlito back in the game like that, Kim?
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
The Nature Boy's career has been
The Nature Boy's career
for months now, but never so much as tonight, up against a fellow legend in Shawn Michaels.
I don't think anyone can argue HBK and Flair's abilities and careers. It must be heart-wrenching for HBK to know that winning at WrestleMania tonight means Ric Flair will never compete again.
Oh, Lord almighty, what a chop. The sound is echoing to the far reaches.
What up, Marco? Sellout. Always selling out, bro. Marco stays selling out.
Here we go with a little taunting.
Look at Marco deleting messages again.
What an elbow by Michaels. And it goes running.
Oh my gosh! His face was the first thing
I'm a
to hit the
bozo.
table.
Speak for yourself, bud. Uh-oh.
Amazing setting.
Wait a minute.
You watched Die Hard last night? How did you like it? Oh, oh, that hurt me. And what?
Oh man, that's gotta hurt.
Damn.
Folks, if Ric Flair is the greatest of all time, how can one argue that Shawn Michaels isn't 1A?
Back into the ring
Use
now. He needs
a
to
figure
dig
four
way
for a
down
hold
deep
at
if
the
he wants
feet
to keep going
while
now.
down the opponent.
Back into the ring now.
You love Die Hard? Nice. I'm glad.
Reversal from Nate.
Which one haven't you seen from the collection?
Uh-oh. It might be time to run. Looked like he wanted to rip his leg off on that move.
Yeah, it is a good movie. You're right. Yippee-ki-yay. Quan is probably crying. Who's Quan?
We got a cover. Oh, do you hear that? Man, I've felt those reverse knife edge chops, and they are brutal.
Oh, you've seen all of them? Oh, okay. Then you know it's well worth it.
Flair's softened him up, and now he's going to lock him up. It's figure four time.
No one can move as quick or with as much agility as Shawn Michaels. And moves like that exemplify.
And it's hard to describe what that feels like, especially when they really know how to put it on. Oh, he's got to do whatever he can here to try to break this hold.
The emotional aspect of this match must be
That super kick, baby.
on Shawn Michaels' mind.
Well, this is what Ric Flair wanted. He wanted Mr. WrestleMania, and he got him. And it just might cost him his career.
If there was any individual that could stand toe-to-toe with the Nature Boy to take all
You're gonna get the book and
punishment
see what the
that
difference
he
is?
can
Oh,
deliver
wow.
and still be standing, it's Shawn Michaels.
This crowd is on its feet.
You watching New Pet
showing
Cemetery?
absolute
No,
reverence.
thanks.
They know what they are witnessing here is history. Reversal from Nate. Here's a cover.
$8 for the book? Oh, not too bad. And
Elbow drop.
gives you something that you enjoy to read.
Oh, come on, ref.
No block. Beautiful counter. You may have to submit here. Referee asking. There's no escaping this.
5 parts for the ruthless aggression. Byron, I can tell you don't play the WWE games, bro. Doesn't even sound like
Oh man, what impact from that
realistic.
suplex.
And the disturbing spinning neck breaker.
Uh-oh.
Classic Shawn Michaels. Well, it looks like it's time, because HBK's looking to deliver sweet chin music.
Oh, sweet chin. Sweet chin music.
They're clapping. And I think they're
Everyone's wildin'.
superstars.
The look on Shawn Michaels' face tells the entire story.
Well, desperate men do desperate things.
No. Another one.
The Nature Boy, making it to his feet, says, bring it on.
Oh, look at his tears. He has tears. His eyes are red. It looked like he smoked a little pot. Bro, I went for a regular move. I didn't know it was going to say hit him with a sweet chin music. This added layers to the match. Got him. Boom. Oh, my God. Ric Flair is done for. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. The winner, Shawn Michaels. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy, boy toy, boy toy. Oh, there he is crying.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. The sound of the diehards are amazing. Yeah, they did a good job remastering those movies. They really move them. The sexy boy, sexy boy. Boy time. Well, guys, you know what time it is? We will be back with some more Flashback Friday. We will be back with some more WWE 2K14. And after SmackDown, I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about. So I hope to see y'all then. I'm going to schedule it for later. All right.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right. The game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
Boy toy, boy toy.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track
This is for Marco, this is for Marco. Look at Marco getting hit with the weenies.
Pack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread, with every word that I've said.